Karen, did you do that on purpose? Why would you do that to us?
Huh? What do you mean all of a sudden? What are you talking about?
Oh, acting like you don't know. I heard you're having a party at your place today.
Yeah, that's right. But, oh wait, are you upset because you weren't invited? Stop it. There's no way I'd invite someone like you.
That doesn't matter to me at all.
Doesn't matter, you say. You really are the type of woman who says things like that.
What I'm trying to say is, why today of all days?
Huh? What do you mean, why today? I can throw a party whenever I want. It's my choice, isn't it?
Of course it is, but I'm asking if it's really just a coincidence.
What do you mean, coincidence? Oh, by the way, I heard today's your daughter's birthday. And I heard you were planning a birthday party too. Sorry. I'm kind of stealing all her friends for my party. They're all coming to mine.
So you knew all along? I knew something was off. Everyone canceling plans all of a sudden, like they were in on it together. Why is this happening?
Why? Well, that's easy to explain. It's because I don't like you. I went out of my way to try to bring you into the circle of mom friends, and you turned me down.
What do you mean, mom friends? Those people are just your followers. You act like some kind of queen, treating everyone like your servants.
I'm not acting like a queen. I am one. After all, my husband works for a big corporation.
So what? What does that even mean?
Huh? What do you mean, so what?
Just because your husband works for a big company doesn't mean you're anything special.
What the hell are you saying? A woman's worth is decided by her husband's status.
What kind of ridiculous value system is that?
And compared to that, just look at you. Hey, where does your husband work again? Oh, that's right. You're a single mother, aren't you? How pathetic. You're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Why do you have to say such things?
Stop getting so defensive. I tried to be kind, tried to include you, but instead, this ungrateful idiot decided to embarrass me. Did you think you could get away with it?
I see now. I was wondering why you've been so nasty to me and why you've been bothering me, but it turns out it's such a petty reason.
You noticed I was bothering you?
Of course I did.
Well, then you should be more upset and act all nervous. You always look so calm and collected. That's what bothers me about you.
So that's why you shifted your target from me to my daughter, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Seems like this really hurt, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
How does it feel now?
My insides are boiling with rage.
Serves you right. I can't believe a single mother from the bottom of the barrel is throwing a birthday party and calling all her friends, probably living in some crappy apartment, right? Were you planning on cramming them all into a place like a slave ship? Meanwhile, my house is a luxury tower apartment. Everyone must be secretly happy to be at my tower party instead of your rundown apartment birthday party.
That's not true at all. Everyone knows what kind of evil person you are, and they know that if they refuse to go, you'll target them. So they're just reluctantly going along with it. Don't think for a second that they actually like you.
You're so irritating, always saying things like that. No matter how much you pretend to be strong, it doesn't change the fact that you're a loser. A bottom-tier mother and daughter should be celebrating in a rundown apartment alone on your birthday. That's what you deserve.
No, we're having a great time here.
Huh? What's that lie? That's impossible. Everyone's here at my party.
Well, sure, it's a little lonely that my friends couldn't come, but I invited some celebrity acquaintances and street performers, so it's still a blast. The party's going well despite everything.
What? Celebrities? Street performers?
I haven't been able to spoil them much because of my busy schedule, but I figured I should at least make the anniversary special so I go all out every year. And yet...
Hey, what are you talking about? You're suddenly sprouting out these weird delusions. This is honestly creeping me out.
Whether it's a delusion or not, we'll find out soon enough.
You really think so? Are you so sure that everyone's laughing with you, that they want to be there? I see right through you, you know. You might be able to control the situation for now, but deep down, there's nothing to it. You're empty inside.
What a laughable thing to say. You're trying to act like you have everything figured out, but in reality, you're nothing. You have no idea what's really going on behind the scenes. I'm not stupid enough to fall for it. Let's see how long it takes for you to realize that you're just as much of a joke as I am. You'll see. You really think I'm a joke? How long do you think you can hold on to this high horse of yours? I'm not the one who's pretending to be someone I'm not. You can go ahead and act like you have it all, but eventually everyone will see through it. The truth always comes out. You think I care about what people think? People can say whatever they want. I'm still doing just fine. And when they realize the truth about you, don't come running to me for sympathy. Oh, I'm sure I'll be just fine. But I'll tell you one thing. It's going to be interesting to see how you cope with the fallout. Because you can't keep up this facade up forever. And when it falls apart, I won't be there to catch you. You're so sure of yourself, aren't you? But I'm not worried. You think I'm just some naive, easily influenced woman, but you're wrong. I've dealt with worse people than you before. You think I care about your little games? You really don't know who you're dealing with. Oh, I know exactly who you are. You think you're better than everyone else because of your husband's job, but that doesn't mean anything to me. You think I care about your fancy parties in your tower apartment? Those things don't impress me. You're just a woman hiding behind material wealth. That's all you'll ever be.
So what if I'm hiding behind material wealth? At least I have it to hide behind. You don't even have that.
That's where you're wrong. I don't need material things to prove my worth. I have my own strength, my own dignity, and I don't need your approval. I'm not some trophy wife, and I don't need to rely on anyone else to feel validated.
Oh, please, spare me the speech about dignity. We both know you're just trying to convince yourself of something you don't believe. If you really had all that, you wouldn't be here talking to me like this.
And what about you? You think that by bullying me, you're somehow elevating yourself? It doesn't work that way. You're just making yourself look pathetic.
Pathetic? I'm not the one who's clinging to a false sense of security. You're the one who's pretending that everything is okay when it clearly isn't. You think you've got it all figured out, but deep down, you're just as lost as the rest of us.
We'll see who's lost when it's all said and done. But for now, I've got nothing to prove to you, and I'm certainly not going to waste any more of my time on someone like you. I'm really sorry about today, Chloe.
Why are you apologizing?
Well,
it was such an amazing time. I had so much fun. It's a shame that my friends couldn't make it, but that's just how things go sometimes, isn't it? We can't always control everything. But the most important thing is that you were there to celebrate with me, and that's what made it all so special.
Chloe, I'm really sorry.
But there's no need to apologize, Mom. You didn't do anything wrong at all. In fact, you did something really wonderful by organizing such an amazing birthday celebration. I can't thank you enough for everything you did.
I know, but it's because I couldn't handle things properly with the other moms, and that's why things turned out this way. I really misjudged everything. I had no idea it would go this far.
Even so, it really isn't your fault. I think you did your best, and that's all that matters. You shouldn't feel guilty about anything.
Are you sure you're okay, though? Are you being treated badly at school? Are they bullying you?
It's not really bullying, but...
Not really bullying?
Well, I do get a few sarcastic comments here and there.
Oh, this must be related to me, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I can't believe it. To think that they would say those things about you in front of me, to a child. How could they do that? It's unbelievable.
But it's okay, Mom. It's nothing I can't handle. I've been giving them a piece of my mind every time they say something. They won't get away with it. I always stand up for myself.
You're so strong. You really are my child after all.
Well, that's because I've learned from the best. I always try to be like you, Mom.
I see. Well, maybe I should take a leaf out of your book and start fighting back too. Up until now, I've been holding myself back, trying not to make waves or cause any problems for you. But now, if things have already gone this far, there's really no point in holding back anymore, is there? I shouldn't stay quiet just to avoid any trouble.
Wait, what are you planning to do?
It's a secret. You're still a bit too young to understand.
You're scaring me now. It sounds like a storm's coming, and not just any storm, a full-blown hurricane.
Oh, don't worry. It's just a little strategy. But you know, sometimes in life, when you let people walk all over you, they start to think it's okay. That's why when they least expect it, you have to show them that you won't just stand by and let them hurt you. There's no reason to let them get away with it, especially when they're being rude and disrespectful to you or your family.
I never thought about it like that. You're right, though. I shouldn't just take it and stay silent.
Exactly. I mean, we don't have to cause trouble, but we also shouldn't let others think they can push us around. I know it's hard, But standing up for yourself doesn't mean you're making a scene. It just means you're making sure that people treat you with the respect you deserve.
Yeah, I get it now. I've been letting people say whatever they want to me, and I shouldn't be doing that. I can stand up for myself too, just like you've been doing.
That's the spirit. And remember, you don't have to do it aggressively or anything. Sometimes just standing firm and not letting them walk all over you is enough. They'll get the message eventually.
I'll try to keep that in mind, Mom. I don't want to make things worse, but I also don't want to keep being a target for their comments.
I'm proud of you, Chloe. Just remember, I'm always here for you no matter what. If you ever need to talk or need any advice, I'm here to listen.
Thanks, Mom. I love you.
I love you too, Chloe. And you'll always be my brave girl. Don't ever forget that.
What's going on?
What do you mean?
My husband is completely out of control. He's so upset right now that I don't even know what's happening anymore. He's saying he might lose his job, and that would be terrible. He said this situation could cost him everything, even his position at work. How is that even possible? Why is all of this happening right now?
Why are you asking me about it? You should be asking your husband directly, right?
I already tried talking to him, but he's all over the place. He's just rambling, not making any sense. He's been saying things like you're the president of a big business client and that the contract might be canceled because of that. What is he talking about? It doesn't make any sense at all. I don't understand what's going on here.
Well, if he's already explained it to you, then what more do you need from me? He's already told you what's happening, right?
Are you serious? That wasn't any explanation at all. It was nonsense. He says you're the president of some major business client. There's no way that could be true.
Why do you think that?
Because you come from a single mother household. You've always been struggling, right? You don't have the connections or the means to run a business, so how could you be a business president?
Just because I'm from a single mother household doesn't mean I'm automatically at the bottom of society, you know.
What are you talking about? You're saying that's not the case? Look at everything around you. It's obvious, isn't it? You can't seriously expect anyone to believe that you've built a successful career out of nothing. It doesn't make sense.
Well, I guess if that's how you see it, I can't change your mind. It's probably true for someone like you, who never thought about becoming independent. Someone who only thinks about relying on others and leeching off them, never making any effort to stand on their own 2 feet. But I'm different from that.
What is that supposed to mean? Are you actually claiming that you're running a company?
Yeah, I am.
Where's the proof? You want me to just take your word for it? I don't believe it unless I see some concrete proof.
Oh, I see. Well, if you don't believe it, that's fine. You don't need to. There's no reason for me to care whether you believe it or not.
What's that supposed to mean?
What's it to you? Who do you think you are?
My husband is an elite worker at a major corporation. We live in a luxury tower apartment. You're not even in the same league as us.
That's not your achievement, though. And frankly, if your husband's about to lose his job, then living in that tower apartment won't last much longer, will it?
What do you mean by that? What are you trying to say? Are you seriously going to mock me like this? What are you trying to do?
I'm not mocking you. I'm just pointing out the truth. You've been going on about your husband being at some prestigious company and living in a fancy tower apartment, but now you're telling me he might be fired? What does that say about everything you've been claiming?
You're just bitter, aren't you? This is some kind of revenge for what happened the other day, right? Your jealousy is showing. You're really sinking to a new low.
I don't care about your husband. I'm talking about what's been going on with you. Do you seriously think you can just do whatever you want and get away with it?
Yes, I do think that.
My family has nothing to do with this.
Then...
But you dragged my daughter into this. You went out of your way to involve her in all of this, and I can't just let it go. If it was just about you causing trouble for me, fine. I could handle that. But once you mess with my daughter, that's when I draw the line. I'm going to use everything I have to crush you, and I won't hesitate.
No, you've got it all wrong. That wasn't some serious issue. It was just a little prank, a joke. You're overreacting. You shouldn't be turning this into something bigger than it is.
You're still trying to justify yourself. You're pretending to be the victim in all of this when you're the one who started everything. Go ahead. Keep making excuses for yourself. I'm done with you.
Wait, hold on! Are you really going to just walk away like this? You don't even care that your husband could lose his job?
What do you expect me to do? What can I possibly do to fix this for you? If you want something from me, then maybe you should have thought about that before. But now that everything's out in the open, I'm not going to just help you out of nowhere.
I didn't mean it like that. Please, listen to me. Just cancel the contract talks and I'll forgive you for everything. I'll let go of everything that's happened up until now. How about it? This could work out for both of us.
What? You want me to cancel everything just like that? You think I'm going to take your word for it after everything that's happened? How ridiculous. And while we're at it, I think you should work on your character, your face, your upbringing, and even your bad breath. You've got a lot to fix.
What? How dare you talk to me like that? After everything I've done for you, how can you say such awful things to me?
You really are the type of person who thinks they can get away with anything, aren't you? You've got such a strong sense of being the victim, but when the tables are turned, you can't handle it.
Please, my husband is the only one with any value in this family. He's the only one making money, and if he loses his job, we'll be nothing. You don't understand. He's the one who holds everything together.
I really feel sorry for you.
You do? You think so too? Well, that's why I need your help. You can fix this, right? Please don't let him lose his job.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your husband. You know, the one who married a person like you. He really got himself into trouble, didn't he?
You've got to be kidding me. The real victim here is me. I married him because he was an elite at a prestigious company, and now he's about to get fired? I thought we were set for life, but now everything's falling apart. What am I supposed to do?
The reason he's about to get fired is because of you, isn't it?
It's all your fault. If you hadn't made me so angry, none of this would have happened.
Fine. Anyway, just like you said, the contract is going to be canceled, and your husband won't lose his job. Everything's going to work out fine. Don't worry about it.
What? You're just going to surprise me like that? Well, of course it's obvious. Everything else would have been way too unreasonable.
Yes, everything's going to be fine. The contract won't be canceled and your husband won't be fired.
Of course not.
Yeah, because you're the one who's going to get fired.
What? Why me?
What are you talking about?
Why do I have to be the one forced into a divorce?
That's what this is about?
What kind of attitude is that in such a big crisis?
Well, when you put it like that, it's no big deal to me. Frankly, I don't care.
Don't mess with me! Why?
It's not complicated, really. It's a simple situation. Because of someone like you, I've almost lost my job, okay? If I divorce you, it'll solve everything. Seriously.
What the hell? Are you seriously saying that?
Well, that might not be the only reason. But from what I heard, your attitude at home was pretty awful, wasn't it? You treated your husband and daughter badly, barely did anything at all, and even dumped the household chores onto your husband.
Who says I did that? I was just teaching my useless husband and daughter how to behave. What's wrong with that?
About the household chores, though?
Huh? What? Are you saying housework is a woman's job? Are you stupid? We're not living in that time anymore.
Well, maybe sharing the household chores is important, but isn't it wrong for you to make your husband do almost everything? And on top of that, you treat him like an ATM, gossiping about him, saying that his education and his job at a big company are all that matter. That right there doesn't sound like a solid marriage, does it? It's already a good enough reason for a divorce.
What? What do you mean by that? I'm just telling the truth, okay? And I never said anything like that in front of my husband, so it's no big deal.
Well, I took care of it for you.
Huh?
I told him exactly what you've been saying behind his back. How you've been acting like a queen around your friends, trashing him all the time, and how you've been treating him like garbage. Everyone was shocked and disgusted. And I told them I don't hold anything against you, but I can't forgive that woman. As long as she's still his wife, I'll make sure to put a stop to it.
What? You did that? Because of you, my husband is considering a divorce.
No, I never told him to divorce you. That's his decision.
Don't be ridiculous. Saying all that is practically telling him to divorce me.
Well, I guess you can see it that way.
But even so, this is all pointless, you know.
Why's that?
You really think that anything you said could be a reason for divorce? I'll never divorce, no matter what. But you, I'll never forgive you. You did this to me, so I'm going to sue you.
Oh, that's funny. You really think you can take me on?
What's so funny? I am serious.
Oh, I'm serious too. I won't forgive you either. But guess what? If anyone's going to get sued here, it's you.
Huh? Why should I be the one getting sued?
Don't you have all those fake friends, the one you've been hanging out with? They've been kissing up to you and getting all the perks, but as soon as things started going south, they were the first to betray you. You really do surround yourself with trash, don't you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You really have been living however you wanted, haven't you? You made weak-minded friends pay for you, pushed your way into other people's houses, and even took their things.
Don't say such bad things. I never force anyone to pay for me, and I only get those bags because they gave them to me.
That's exactly what I mean. Your so-called friends turned on you. I've seen the messages. They're all blaming you. They said I couldn't oppose her because I was scared, or if I didn't do what she said, I'd be in trouble.
Those bastards.
I'm hearing from the victims right now. Depending on the situation, criminal charges could be on the table.
Criminal charges? I didn't mean for any of that to happen.
It doesn't matter what you intended. Threatening people is still threatening, and stealing is stealing. You don't think that's a solid reason for a divorce?
Wait, this doesn't need to go that far. I haven't done anything that warrants all this.
Oh, you have. I told you I can handle a little harassment, but if it affects my daughter, I'll make sure there's no mercy.
Ugh, fine, I'll apologize. I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
You're apologizing to the wrong person.
What do you mean?
Apologize to my daughter properly.
All right, let me go see her then.
I won't let you see her in person.
What? Why?
Because I don't want my daughter to be exposed to filth like you.
That's awful. Why do I have to be treated like this?
After everything you've done, you're still playing the victim.
Hey, do you get it? I have a daughter, you know.
So?
Don't you think it's sad for my daughter?
Oh, now you're using your daughter as a shield. You're really hopeless.
That's not it. I'm just thinking about her. You understand, don't you? The way a mother cares about her child.
Of course I care about my daughter more than anything in this world.
Then think about how I feel about my daughter. She's so attached to her dad. How can you take her away from him like this? How could you do something so cruel?
Don't make it sound like I'm the one trying to tear a family apart.
No, you're doing exactly that. If you just forgive me, everything will be fine. My husband won't lose his job, and there won't be a reason for a divorce.
You're the one who made the situation happen.
Stop blaming me. You're the one trying to take my daughter's father away from her. Don't turn your back on the truth.
This is hilarious.
What's so funny? Do you even understand what you're doing? You're making us a single-parent family. Do you want my daughter to bear such a miserable and cruel fate?
Haven't you forgotten something? The person you're talking to is already in a single-parent family, too.
If anything, that makes you understand even more. Do you have any idea how miserable it is? How people make fun of you?
No, it's not miserable, and no one's making fun of me.
Don't lie!
That's just how you see single-parent families, isn't it? Well, sure. It's sad that the child's being separated from their father.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Well, it's not really a problem for me.
What? What do you mean it's not a problem?
Because even after the divorce, your daughter won't be taken away from her father.
What does that mean?
Why do you think you're going to get custody after the divorce?
Huh? Why? Isn't that obvious?
Well, yes. In America, mothers do have an easier time getting custody. But statistically, 90% of the time, it's the mother who gets the child after a divorce, unless there's a major issue with her.
Yes, that's what I thought too.
But you're the one with the issue, Karen.
What? What do you mean?
Shouldn't that be obvious to you?
What? Does that mean my daughter's going to live with her father?
Yes.
What happens to child support then?
The fact that you're asking about child support says everything, doesn't it?
What are you talking about?
You're asking about money when you should be thinking about your daughter's well-being.
Of course I care about my daughter. I'm just worried about how we'll manage financially.
Are you really? It seems like you're more concerned about the material things, Karen. You spend so much time worrying about your lifestyle and what you'll lose that you haven't even thought about how your daughter will feel.
That's not true. I'm just trying to make sure she's comfortable.
Comfort isn't the same as love, Karen. And trust me, your daughter can tell the difference. She knows what's really going on in your relationship.
Don't tell me what she knows. You have no idea what it's like to be in my shoes.
No, I don't. But I'm not the one causing all of this turmoil. If you want things to go smoothly, then maybe you should have thought about the consequences before you treated your family the way you did.
What is your problem? Why do you hate me so much?
Hate? No, Karen, I don't hate you. I just can't stand seeing how much you're willing to destroy everything for your own comfort. You pushed your family to the edge, and now you're pretending like you care about them. It's too late for that.
You have no idea what I've been through. Do you think I wanted any of this to happen?
I don't know what's in your heart, but what I see is a woman who put herself first in everything. You used your husband, your daughter, and your friends. You've hurt people and you've used them for your own benefit. It's no wonder you're facing the consequences now.
You think I'm some kind of monster, don't you?
It's not about thinking, it's about facts, Karen. You've made choices, and now those choices are catching up with you.
I didn't want any of this. I never wanted to hurt anyone.
But you did, Karen, and that's what you have to accept. You've hurt people who trusted you, people who loved you, and you can't just brush that off.
What am I supposed to do now? How do I fix all this?
Honestly, I don't think you can fix it. Not without doing some serious work on yourself. Maybe, just maybe, if you really try to change, you can start to make amends with the people you wronged.
So you really think I can't fix things?
It's not about what I think, Karen. It's about what you think. Do you truly want to change? Do you want to show your daughter that you can be better? That you can be the mother she needs?
I don't know. I don't know if I can. I feel like everything is falling apart around me.
Well, that's because it is. And you did that. But you can start over, Karen. You don't have to stay stuck in the same pattern forever. But you need to stop blaming everyone else for your mistakes. However, it's going to be a while until you have the ability to really change yourself. Because really soon, you're going to be facing your husband in court. And there's no way you're going to win. Goodbye. I decided to start a support group for mothers who had been through similar experiences, and we collectively filed a lawsuit against her. I know that many of us have been silently enduring for a long time, unable to speak up. But eventually we reached the breaking point, and the anger and frustration that had been building up inside us finally exploded. When we began to speak out, it was as though we couldn't stop. The voices condemning her came from all directions. Each woman who suffered under her behavior found their voice, and the words just flowed out uncontrollably. At first, it seemed like she would escape with a slap on the wrist, but in the end, she was convicted. It didn't go as far as a prison sentence, but she definitely ended up with a criminal record, one that would follow her for the rest of her life. The legal consequences weren't as harsh as we had hoped, but it was a start. The public exposure of her actions was enough to make her lose a lot of respect, and for many of us, that was the justice we had been waiting for. After the lawsuit, I focused on the divorce proceedings. Her husband, whom I had known for a while, had been quite helpless in the situation, but I introduced him to a lawyer I trusted, a highly skilled one. I thought it would be important to make sure he was well represented in court, as she had already shown that she would fight dirty. But in hindsight, I started to wonder if I really needed to get involved in that way. Perhaps I should have left it to him to figure out his legal strategy. After all, he was the one who was directly affected by her actions. I just wanted to help, to see to it that she didn't get away with manipulating him as she had done with so many others. The reason why I felt the need to step in was because she had been making all sorts of dramatic statements in an attempt to manipulate the situation. She claimed, "How can you take a mother away from her daughter? It's just so cruel." She was playing the victim card, trying to stir up sympathy and create the illusion that she was the one being mistreated. She had even tried to make things to the dojo, trying to pull strings in an effort to gain control. It was also transparent. She was doing everything she could to make herself appear innocent and get away with the manipulation. However, her strategy quickly fell apart when her own daughter spoke up. The girl made it absolutely clear, "I don't want to live with my mother. I'm scared." Those words hit like a punch in the gut, and they left no room for argument. There was no longer any question about what was best for the child. No amount of manipulation could override the truth. Her own daughter didn't want to be with her. That was the turning point. Despite some initial resistance and complications in the legal proceedings, the divorce was finalized. Her husband got custody of their daughter, and the judge made sure to prioritize the child's well-being above all else. It was a hard-earned victory, but one that we all knew had to happen. And as for the child support, well, let's just say that things didn't go as she had hoped. She didn't receive a single penny from her ex-husband. In fact, it was the other way around. She was the one who ended up having to pay child support. It was an ironic twist of fate, considering she had once been so proud of her luxurious lifestyle and her expensive taste. She had once boasted about living in a beautiful mansion, but now she found herself in a rundown apartment, struggling to make ends meet. She had been used to the high life, surrounded by wealth and luxury, but now she was facing the consequences of her actions. Her pride had been her downfall, and she had no one to blame but herself. The whole experience was deeply satisfying for those of us who had been wronged by her. Seeing her fall from grace was like watching a high and mighty figure finally crumble under the weight of their own lies and arrogance. It was hard to ignore the sense of justice that followed her downfall, but at the same time, I couldn't help but feel sorry for her. In the end, her actions had left her isolated and without support. She had alienated everyone who had once been on her side. Interestingly, this whole situation shifted the dynamic within our group of mothers. I found myself unexpectedly taking a leadership role. It wasn't something I had intended or expected, but it happened naturally. The others in the group looked to me for guidance, and I ended up being the one who made the tough decisions. I had always been a quiet, behind-the-scenes kind of person, but after everything that had happened, I couldn't stand by and watch as people were still being taken advantage of. Someone had to step up, and it seemed that the task had fallen to me. At first, I wasn't sure how to handle it. I had never wanted to be the boss of anything, but when it came to ensuring my daughter's safety and peace of mind, I realized that I couldn't just stay in the background anymore. I had to do whatever it took to make sure she and the other children were protected. If that meant leading the charge against someone who had hurt so many people, then I would do it without hesitation. As for the others, some of them had been just as caught up in her web of manipulation as I had been in the past. They had flattered her, joined her side, and benefited from the perks of being in her inner circle. But I wasn't going to let them get off easily. I didn't want to be cruel, but I couldn't allow them to continue enabling her behavior. They had to be held accountable for their actions as well. I made sure that they understood the consequences of their choices. I didn't let them get away with it just because they were part of the same social group. They needed to understand that what they had done was not just wrong, but harmful to everyone around them. There was no excuse for supporting someone who had hurt so many people, and I wasn't going to let them pretend it didn't matter. It wasn't easy, and there were some uncomfortable moments. I knew that some of the others were angry with me for calling them out, but I couldn't back down. This wasn't just about personal feelings. It was about doing what was right. Sometimes doing the right thing meant making tough decisions and standing firm, even when it wasn't popular. And so, while the focus remained on the fallout from her actions, I made sure to address the other issues that had been festering in the background. I didn't want to let the situation end with just one victory. I wanted to ensure that the future was better for everyone involved, especially the children. If I could help to prevent another mother from falling into the same traps of manipulation and deceit, then I would do whatever it took. In the end, the most important thing was that my daughter could go to school without fear, without the anxiety that had once plagued her every day. She could finally live a peaceful life, free from the toxic influence of someone who had once been close to us. That was the real victory, and it was worth every ounce of effort I had put into making it happen. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, do you know about the rumor that's been spreading around town recently?
Huh? What's with the sudden question?
I just wanted to talk to someone about it. I had to share it because it freaked me out when I heard it.
Oh, what's the rumor? Is it something scary?
It doesn't really have anything to do with you. I mean, even if it's true, it's not like it'll affect your wedding, right?
What? What's that supposed to mean? My wedding is coming up, you know.
Well, whatever. It's not like you're getting married right now, right? And even if it's some kind of curse or something, your wedding will probably balance it out. It's like a zero-something.
You're talking nonsense. Just get to the point already. What's this rumor you're talking about?
Okay. Listen to this. Apparently at night, late into the night, something strange happens around here.
What? What happens? You're scaring me already.
It's the car burglaries that have been happening. They say it's been going on recently.
Car burglaries? Seriously?
I know, right? I was thinking it was some kind of ghost story at first. But here's the thing. The way these burglaries are happening, it's almost like the work of a ghost.
What do you mean, a ghost?
Apparently, there have been several incidents already. The problem is, there's no evidence left behind, and the police haven't been able to identify the culprit. Some people are even wondering if it could be a ghost doing it.
A ghost stealing stuff from cars? That's kind of pathetic, don't you think? What, are the spirits in this town that broke?
I know, right? But still, it's weird how there's no trace of the criminal. It's as if someone is going around without leaving any clue. Some are even starting to believe it's a ghost for real.
Well, I think the whole thing is kind of silly. Who would believe a ghost would do something like that? Still, it's creepy, I guess.
You should be careful too. Didn't Richard just buy a new car?
Yeah, he did. He told me his security system is top-notch though, so I wasn't too worried. But then again, if it's a ghost, it doesn't matter how good your security is, right?
I guess you're right. There's really no way to protect against something like that, huh? Anyway, I bet this whole ghost story will be a nice distraction for you before your wedding, huh?
What? What kind of distraction are you talking about? What does that even mean?
Well, at least it'll get you thinking about something else besides the stress of the wedding. That's gotta be good, right?
Ugh. Seriously, I can't tell if you're joking or if you're for real right now.
Come on, you know I'm just messing with you. But hey, make sure to enjoy the wedding. I'm coming, of course.
Of course you're coming. And don't forget, I'm going to make sure to eat and drink my fill. I need to get my money's worth from that gift money.
Good luck with that. Getting your money's worth is going to be harder than you think. But hey, have fun!
Richard, what's going on? You're still not here. The wedding is about to start.
Oh, right. I forgot to tell you. I should have contacted you earlier, but sorry. Today's wedding is canceled.
Wait, what? What do you mean it's canceled?
I know this sounds crazy, but I actually got back together with my ex, so I'm marrying her instead. Sorry, really.
What? Are you serious? Are you messing with me?
Nope, no prank here. I mean, I'm excited about it, actually. Getting back with my ex feels pretty great.
That's really creepy.
Nah, trust me, it's no joke. If I wasn't serious, I wouldn't be telling you this now. I wouldn't have waited this long to let you know, right?
What do you mean you're serious? Are you really canceling the wedding?
You don't have to believe me, but you won't see me at the wedding today. Seriously, just accept it and move on. You should focus on the ceremony.
Focus on the ceremony? Everyone's already here. The guests are all gathered. We can't just cancel everything now.
Well, what about a bingo game or something? You rented out a huge venue, right? Might as well use it for something fun.
Are you kidding me? We're talking about a wedding, not some random party. People would riot if we turn this into a bingo game.
Well, that works out too, doesn't it?
What the heck are you talking about? Is this a joke? Are you seriously telling me you're canceling the wedding for real?
I am, and it's not a joke. If I wasn't serious, I wouldn't have skipped out on this wedding. It's way past the time I should have been there.
What is going on with you? What were you even thinking?
You know, love makes people crazy. I feel bad for you, but hey, you gotta accept this as a sacrifice for love, right?
You seriously think that's an excuse? Can you at least look sorry about this? You're acting like this is all some big joke.
Nah, I don't need to look sorry. If I acted all serious about it, it'd probably just make you more pissed off.
Honestly, I'm more pissed off at you than anything. At least apologize for real, you jerk.
Hey, watch your language. You've got a mouth on you. I get why you're angry, but try to calm down, all right? If you keep acting like this, you won't find any other guy willing to marry you.
You're the worst. Seriously, you're such a jerk.
I get it, but you really should learn to calm down. You don't want to scare off any future suitors, do you?
Seriously? That's insane! Can something like that really happen? I've seen videos like that on YouTube sometimes, but it always seemed like something unreal. But to hear it from you is just unbelievable.
I'm shocked too. I never imagined Richard would. I always thought he was the most sincere person, exactly like his name suggested. I never expected this from him, honestly. All this time I believed him completely, but now it feels like everything I thought I knew has turned upside down.
So you're saying your judgment of men was completely wrong?
It seems like he was nothing like the person I thought he was. Just a carefree guy with no sincerity at all, huh? The way he treated things. Like, he didn't seem to have any depth, no sense of responsibility. I'm starting to wonder how I could have missed it. Maybe I was blinded by what I wanted to see, rather than what was really in front of me.
But who's this ex-girlfriend? I'm curious now. What kind of person is she? From what you've said, she must be something else for him to act this way. Did she have any kind of hold on him? Or is she just some random person who's playing him? You must know something about her. You've seen something, right?
Well, I don't really know her either. But to be honest, I don't even know much about her. There was this one time, I walked into the room and saw him texting her. It was clear that something was going on. At the time, he tried to brush it off, saying she was just someone from a business meeting, but I'm not so sure about that. His reaction seemed way too suspicious. I had a bad feeling about it right from the start.
What was her name? Can you remember her name? I need to know. Every little detail might help me figure out what's really going on here. What was it that he said? Maybe that'll lead us to some answers. If we know her name, we can start understanding everything that's happened.
Her name was Avery. Yeah, it was Avery. Now that I think about it, that name just doesn't sound right for a business partner. Why would someone from a business relationship use their first name with him? It doesn't make sense at all, does it? Why would anyone register a business contact with a first name, unless they were closer than just business partners? That's when it all started to make sense to me. This wasn't some work-related thing. It was definitely something else, something far more personal.
So, it sounds like he was definitely cheating on you. I'm sorry to say, but that possibility is looking more and more like the truth. I don't want to make any assumptions, but the signs are pointing in that direction. It's hard to ignore what's right in front of us. At this point, we can't ignore the facts anymore. He wasn't just busy with work like he claimed. He was lying to you, and now it's all coming to light. So what's going to happen with the wedding now? Is there any chance you'll still go through with it? I know you probably want to just forget about the whole thing, but it seems like you have to deal with it somehow. This is a huge mess now, and it's not something you can just walk away from. You have to take some kind of action. So, what do you think you'll do about it? What's your next step?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm just as confused as you are. Part of me wants to leave and never look back, but at the same time, there are a lot of people who came for this ceremony. I don't want to ruin everything for them, especially after everything we've put together. I think I'll tell the guests the truth. Let them know what's really going on. I'll return the gifts they gave, and I'll have him pay for the wedding expenses. I'm not going to take responsibility for that. If he wanted this wedding, he'll have to deal with the cost himself.
That sounds like the right thing to do. At least this way you're doing what's right by everyone. It's not fair to make you shoulder all the responsibility for his mistakes. You didn't ask for this, and you shouldn't have to deal with it alone. If he's the one who messed up, then it's only fair he pays for the mess he's made. I'll help you with that. You're not alone with this. We'll get through it together.
Thanks, I really appreciate it. I don't know what I would have done without your support right now. It means a lot to me.
Did the ceremony go smoothly? Was everything all right, or did anything else go wrong? How'd the bingo game go? Was it as exciting as they say?
There was no bingo game. Can you believe that? There was no fun in games or anything like that. I ended up having to deal with all the serious stuff instead. I gave the gift money back to the guest and made sure their travel expenses were covered too. But guess what? You're going to have to pay for all of that. It's only fair.
Oh, sure. Just tell my parents about it. They're responsible. They'll take care of things for me. They'll handle it. They'll probably pay it on my behalf, no problem.
They already paid for it. But don't forget, the responsibility still falls on you. You can't just get away without paying. You're not going to escape that.
So that's why my dad has been calling me so many times. Honestly, I don't care. I'm not gonna pay for it. My family has enough money. It's just a small sum to us. No big deal. It's nothing.
That's not the point. The point is that you should take responsibility for your actions. You can't just brush it off like this. It's your mess to clean up, not anyone else's. You can't keep hiding from your own mistakes.
When it comes to love, nothing makes sense anymore. It changes everything. Honestly, I've never cared about logic when it comes to love. You can say all the right things, but it doesn't make a difference to me. I know what I want, and that's what matters.
What are you even trying to say? You're just full of excuses, aren't you? You're selfish and refuse to face the truth. You're just pretending to be someone you're not.
If it's for love, then being selfish makes sense. You wouldn't understand unless you've been in my shoes. Have you never loved someone so much that you just couldn't see anything else? That's what love does to you. It makes you blind. But I'm not sorry about that.
Shut up, you idiot. You really don't get it, do you? You just keep digging yourself deeper into this hole. But fine, I'm done here. You want to keep living in your fantasy world? That's your problem. By the way, where's your ex-girlfriend like? I'm curious about her now. What kind of person is she? You must know something about her, right?
Avery? She's the most beautiful, noble woman I've ever met. Honestly, she's out of this world.
Nah, so it's really her. I thought so. I saw you talking to her recently. You don't hide things like that very well.
Well, what's the point in hiding it now? I've made my choice. You should hurry up and find someone else. You're gonna be alone forever if you keep holding on to this.
Just so you know, there's no place for you here anymore. You've lost everyone's trust. No one is going to welcome you back now. There's nothing left for you here.
I'm not coming back. Don't worry, I'm not interested, but thank you for the advice.
Well, I guess I wish you all the best.
Thanks. Honestly, I'm happier than I've ever been. We're so happy that we're both crying right now.
Jordan! Big scoop! Big scoop! This is huge. This is seriously bad.
Huh? What? What happened?
Listen carefully. I'm tailing that guy right now.
Huh? Who's this guy?
The scumbag, of course, Richard.
What? What's going on?
So I was out for work, right? I happened to see him walking with a woman. He was in pajamas, and it seemed like he lived around here. So I figured I had no choice but to tail him.
Yeah, well, that's definitely worth tailing. So, what's this big scoop?
Well, up until now I've just spotted him, but I'm going to find the scoop soon. I'm in a car and I'm ready for an overnight stakeout.
You don't have to go that far. I'd say that, but please do it. I'm seriously dying to know.
Honesty is the best policy. Leave it to me. Hey, this might actually be the big scoop.
No way, did you find something?
That very woman, she just came out of Richard's house.
At this hour? Why?
I parked a little further away from the apartment in a discreet spot, and I've been watching from the back seat. Now she's trying to open this car.
Huh? What do you mean?
So, this very woman is trying to open the car I'm in. She doesn't realize I'm in the back seat.
What's going on? Wait, what's the situation?
I've already called the police. This woman is seriously scary.
Could she be the rumored car thief around town?
That's what I'm thinking. Oh, the police showed up and she ran off. I'm glad. That was really scary.
Yeah, I can imagine that was scary. Good job. At least we can be sure she's definitely a car thief.
She knew what she was doing for sure. She almost got the car open. I almost thought about shouting, but if she realized I was inside, I had no idea what she would do, so I didn't.
But she ran off, right? I'm glad.
I'm going to tell the police what happened.
Yeah, thanks for everything. Ah, Richard, I'll say this up front. Don't even think about coming back here.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I already know everything. Avery got arrested, right? And you ended up taking on her debt, didn't you?
How do you know about that?
We have some sources of information here. I just wanted to emphasize that there's no place for you here anymore.
No! I was tricked! Avery made me sign some strange papers, and before I knew it, I was a guarantor. Now that Avery's been arrested and can't pay back the debt, it's coming for me!
You're telling me this, but it's your own fault for not reading the documents carefully. Acting like the victim now doesn't make sense.
But I was crazy in love! I would have done anything for Avery!
So what? Do you think I'll say, well, that's just how it is? Do you think I should feel sorry for you?
No, it's not that! But you can't just leave me like this! You can at least help me a little!
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way I'm going to help you. You've had everything handed to you and now you expect me to help? That's insane.
But I never expected Avery to be involved in fraud like that! Apparently she was involved in a bunch of illegal activities! Do you know how it feels to love someone only to find out they were a thief?
Do you know how it feels to have the man you love run away with his ex just before your wedding?
Yeah, I get that, but it couldn't be helped! I was desperate back then!
Even now, after everything that's happened, you're still asking for help? That's messed up. I'm seriously disappointed in you. No matter what you say, I'm never getting back with you.
Wait, hold on! I can't get in touch with any of my friends!
Of course you can't. After you bailed on the wedding, I explained everything to the guest, and I'm sure they've all lost respect for you by now. They don't want anything to do with you.
Damn, this is messed up! Can you get in touch with my parents?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I can't even get through to my parents! I'm worried, so can you try reaching out to them for me?
No way. You just want them to help you, right? After everything that's happened, they're probably fed up with you too. I'm not going to get involved in your mess.
I can't believe you're saying that! If they abandon me, I won't be able to survive! Please, just contact them!
Fine. I'll tell them on your behalf. They're willing to forgive you if you pay back the wedding cost and the guest transportation fees they covered for you.
Huh?
They're kind-hearted people. It's not even that hard to return what they've covered, and they'll forgive you once you do what's right.
But I have no money right now! Avery made me take on her debt!
So what?
I mean, I literally have no money! There's no way I can pay back the wedding expenses anytime soon! I need to talk to my parents first.
I don't know what to say, but you need to get that money together quickly. Otherwise, no one's going to forgive you. Not your parents, not your friends, not anyone.
Wait! I'm drowning in debt here! I've already had to take loans! Help me out!
You're the kind of guy who'd do anything for love, right? Why don't you just pay off Avery's debt for her? You clearly still care about her.
I don't love Avery anymore! She just deceived me! That woman! She even rummaged through my new car!
Oh, speaking of your new car.
Ah, damn, I've been so overwhelmed that I forgot about the loan! The payments are still there! What the hell am I supposed to do about it?
Why don't you try selling it to someone who could pay for it in one go?
No way! I'm not letting go of that car! If I sell it, I'm officially a loser!
You're already a loser, though. How does it feel to be hated by your friends, hated by your parents, and still driving around in a luxury car with so much debt?
Shut up! A man's got his pride!
A man with pride wouldn't say, "Can you contact my parents for me?"
Ah, shut up! You're just mocking me, aren't you?
Of course I am. I'd be crazy not to mock you. You're a piece of trash.
You keep calling me trash? Just wait. I'll make sure I get my revenge on you.
What's your revenge going to be, huh? Do you think people are going to suddenly start feeling sorry for you because you've suffered a little?
I'll make sure to prove you wrong. I'll make it all work out no matter what.
You really think you can fix this? You're just digging yourself deeper. There's nothing left to salvage here. You've lost everything. Friends, family, and now you're even losing your own dignity.
Don't talk like you know everything about me. You think I care about that stuff right now?
Honestly, I don't care what you think. You should have thought about all this before you got yourself into this mess. Avery isn't the only one to blame here, Richard. You let yourself get fooled, and now you're paying the price.
I didn't know she was like this. I was blind, okay? I thought I was helping her, but she was just using me the whole time.
And now it's too late. You've been used, and there's no one left to help you. You think your parents are going to forgive you just because you say you're sorry? No, they're done with you. Everyone is done with you.
Hey, Jordan, how's it going? I'm doing just fine here. As you can see from the photo I sent earlier, life's good.
Wait, is this Avery?
Yup, we got back together. I still have my debts, and Avery's got a ton of alimony and damages to pay, but we're living happily together even though things are tough.
Wait, why would you even want to get back with her?
You know, you can't fight love, even if she was the one who betrayed me. Once I love someone, it's hard to just turn that off, right?
You're still saying weird things. Well, whatever, do whatever you want.
I told you, didn't I? I'll show you up. See, I'm doing just fine here.
So, should I just say, well, that's great, I give up?
No need to say anything. I just wanted to let you know that I'm happy. Anyway, take care. Go ahead and live alone in loneliness.
Well, I hope you stay happy. Hey, Richard, I heard some news.
Hey, stop it! I told you, stop contacting me! Just leave me alone!
Oh man, apparently Avery got arrested again. A repeat offense while on probation. Looks like she's definitely heading for prison now.
What the hell? Are you just trying to provoke me?
You were the one who started it with all that talk. Live alone in loneliness? Isn't that exactly your situation?
Damn it! Fine, but Avery, without a doubt, still loved me. Even if everything else falls apart, that's enough for me.
Don't act tough now. Wasn't she the one who stole your car? How is it that the woman you supposedly love steals your car and runs off?
You even know about that?
I told you, I have a source here. I know everything.
Enough already. How much lower are you gonna make me feel?
I'm not doing anything though. Besides, you're the one who made me feel miserable first. Leaving the bride stranded at the wedding, remember?
I apologized for that back then!
No, you were just smiling like an idiot. You didn't apologize, and it's not something you can just apologize for either.
So, then what am I supposed to do? Betrayed by love, losing everything? What am I supposed to do with myself now?
Well, I don't really know, but how about you try a bingo tournament by yourself? Caroline, I really appreciate it. Thanks to your network, I've been able to get a lot of help.
Well, I just did some personal research, you know. Maybe I should consider becoming a detective. It was actually pretty fun.
Why not? Go for it. After all, you've already started making those detective-like YouTube videos recently, haven't you?
Huh? How do you know about that?
You've been saying I'm going to do all sorts of investigations, but that sounds way too vague, don't you think?
Hey, stop it! That's embarrassing! How do you even know about that? I haven't told anyone.
Well, I have my own sources of information, you see. Richard apparently decided to go directly to his parents to apologize for everything. He was seeking some kind of redemption, perhaps hoping they would forgive him for all the wrongs he had committed over the years. However, as everyone knows, he was in no position to be forgiven. The wedding expenses that he still had not paid off were a significant factor in this. It was an amount that was not small, and it weighed heavily on everyone involved, especially his parents. Despite the fact that they might have wanted to extend some form of forgiveness, The financial burden he had caused them was far too great to overlook. How could they forgive someone who had failed to take responsibility for such an important matter? It seemed impossible, and as expected, they turned him away at the door. They did not even let him in to explain himself further. It was a cruel reality for Richard, one that he had to face after everything he had put his family through. His actions had led to so much strain on his relationships, and this was a direct result of his failure to be accountable for his past mistakes. As I heard, Richard had been living a life constantly pursued by debt collectors. These relentless collectors were a daily reminder of his poor financial decisions and his inability to pay off the ever-growing amount of debt that hung over his head. The pressure was immense, and the strain must have been unbearable at times. In an attempt to get by, he resorted to doing whatever he could to make some money. He ended up taking on various day labor jobs, hoping they would help him stay afloat. It wasn't a glamorous life by any means, but it was the reality he had to live with. He did not have the luxury of choosing his work. He took whatever came his way just to survive. But despite his best efforts, it wasn't enough. The amount of debt he had accumulated was far too large to tackle with just these temporary low-paying jobs. The pressure only kept building, and Richard's situation continued to deteriorate. Eventually, the weight of his debts became too much to bear, and he resorted to increasingly desperate measures to try and resolve his financial woes. It was during this time of desperation that he made a fateful decision. He turned to car theft. I know it sounds extreme, but it seemed to be the only way he could think of to make quick cash and somehow get out of his financial hole. From what I've heard, Richard became involved in stealing from vehicles, breaking into cars to take whatever valuables he could find. It was a risky and illegal move, one that showed just how far he had fallen. The pressure, the fear of being constantly hounded by debt collectors, and the mounting bills must have clouded his judgment. But as we all know, actions like that don't go unnoticed. The law eventually caught up with him, and Richard was arrested for his crimes. I heard the news, and at first I wasn't sure of what to think. On one hand, it seemed like a logical consequence of the choices he had made. But on the other hand, it was hard not to feel a little sorry for him. His life had become a series of poor decisions, one after another, and now he was paying the price. But after that arrest, I lost track of him. I don't know what happened to him after that. His name seemed to fade away from the news, and there was no further mention of him in the circles I used to hear about him from. It's hard to say if he turned things around or if he continued down the same destructive path. The uncertainty about his fate leaves a lingering question. Where did Richard go after that? And how did he handle the consequences of his actions? At times, I can't help but wonder whether the man Avery had been involved with will follow the same trajectory as Richard. If you think about it, their situations are not all that different. Both men had a tendency to make reckless decisions, and both were caught in a web of their own making. Avery's ex might eventually find himself spiraling down a similar path, one of crime and desperation. After that, it's not that hard to imagine someone who has already shown signs of poor judgment falling even further. If that's the case, it would be a sad and terrifying outcome. And if this happens, then Avery truly is a frightening woman. She might not realize the role she plays in the lives of the men she chooses to be with, but the consequences of her relationships could be far-reaching and irreversible. If she continues down this path, drawing men like Richard and others into her orbit, then it's easy to see how things could spiral out of control. There's a sense of foreboding that comes with the idea that the men in her life might face tragic outcomes because of their connections with her. It's a troubling thought, one that leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but all we can do is speculate on the future. As for me, I've managed to carve out a different kind of life. Unlike Richard, I'm not bogged down by debt or poor decisions. In fact, I'm living quite a carefree life at the moment. I'm enjoying my single life, taking each day as it comes and finding happiness in the little things. There's no weight on my shoulders, no constant worry about money or obligations. My life is my own, and I'm happy with that. One of the things that has brought me joy recently is working on a fun little project with Carolyn. Together, we've started a sort of detective-themed channel where we attempt to solve mysteries, albeit in a rather playful way. Our main focus has been finding lost cats. It's not exactly a high-stakes operation, but it brings us joy nonetheless. Every day we venture out, asking around and looking for missing pets. It's become a sort of daily routine for us, and while it's not exactly lucrative, it's certainly entertaining. We share our experiences and document our little adventures online. It's a bit quirky, but it keeps us busy and adds a bit of fun to our lives. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, Feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Hey, what's this supposed to mean? Why are you ignoring me like this?
What are you talking about? I'm tired from work, okay? And for the record, I'm not ignoring you.
You totally are. Sure, you give short replies like, or fine, but that's it.
Listen, we're married now. We're not some starry-eyed couple who just started dating. I don't have time for pointless chit-chat.
Excuse me? In case you forgot, we literally just got married.
So what? Are you expecting me to act all lovey-dovey with you or something? I'm exhausted from work, so leave me alone.
I work too, you know. I just asked what you wanted for dinner. Is it really that big of a deal?
If you're so worried about dinner, figure it out yourself. Isn't that your job as a wife?
Wait a second. Even though we're both working full-time, cooking is suddenly my responsibility?
That's right. That's just the way things are. And stop asking me about it.
Wow, that's your excuse? You're not even trying to justify it. Gabe, when we're outside, you're so normal. But as soon as we're home, you turn into this?
If only we'd moved in together before marriage. But no, you had to live with your parents until the wedding. We didn't get to try living together, and now we're stuck with this mess. Honestly, it's your fault.
Hold on, why are you trying to blame me? That's not the issue here.
Look, I don't care whose fault it is. For now, just leave me alone, okay? Make dinner and leave it by my room. Got it?
Seriously? What is this?
Oh, and another thing, don't say welcome home to me anymore. It's annoying as hell. If you're bored, go hang out in a park or something. Just don't be here when I get back.
Isn't being greeted with welcome home by your wife supposed to be one of the little joys of marriage? Why did you even get married if this is how you feel?
Brooke, I got something for you today, an assortment of jellies. I thought we could share them. You like jelly, don't you?
What's with the sudden change of heart?
What do you mean? A husband buying a little gift for his wife is completely normal, isn't it? By the way, why aren't you home? Did you go out somewhere?
Well, you hate it when I say welcome home, right? So I figured I'd work from a cafe for a while.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I'll cook dinner while you're out. Take your time and come back whenever you're ready.
Wait, what? Are you okay? Did someone swap bodies with you? You're acting like a completely different person.
Yeah, you're funny. Anyway, I'll get started on cooking now. You just focus on your work, okay?
What on earth is happening right now?
Didn't I already tell you not to say welcome home? I'm tired from work. And don't knock on my door either.
I just wanted to ask if you had any laundry to put out. You ignored me earlier when I tried asking in person.
There's no laundry. Just leave me alone.
What is going on with you? Yesterday you were surprisingly nice for once, but now you're back to this attitude.
How am I supposed to know? I told you to stop bothering me. Just because we're married doesn't mean you have to keep pestering me. I don't want to talk to you after a long day at work.
I can't believe this. What's even the point anymore? Is that really true?
Yeah, it seems like he's been coming to our place a lot lately. At first he came with some other people, but now he shows up alone almost every time.
He's been going to a hostess club that often? Where's he even getting the money for that?
Huh? Doesn't he have money? He's always drinking a ton like there's no tomorrow. Honestly, all of us thought he must be some rich guy's son or something.
He's drinking that much? No way, he should not have that kind of money.
Really? Then why did you even marry a guy like him?
What?
I mean, come on, just look at him. He totally gives off that deadbeat vibe. Like, if he's in a bad mood, he comes to the club just to take it out on people. Some of the girls here have even banned him outright because of it.
So he's like that on the outside too, huh?
Yeah, but you know, his spending's pretty generous. That's why I put on a smile and deal with him. Honestly, I thought you married him because you were after his wallet.
Wait, how did you even figure out he's my husband?
Oh, it was obvious from the way you were talking about him. It's not like this town is that big.
Then why are you telling me all this? About Gabe being a regular at the hostess club?
Well, come on. You called me and ranted about your husband for over an hour. Keeping this to myself just didn't feel right as someone who knows you.
I see. What? I really talked for an hour? Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble so much.
Of course you did. If my husband turned out to be such a mess, I'd be venting nonstop too. It's the absolute worst. Honestly, this is why I always say living together before getting married is super important. You never really know someone until you're sharing a space with them.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to live together first too, but...
But what?
Well, my grandma was really sick at the time, and I didn't want to leave her.
Oh.
She was in the final stages of her illness, and we had her in hospice care at home. I wanted to be there for her until the end. She passed away now, though.
That makes sense. If your grandma was in that condition, of course you wouldn't leave. But even after that, why didn't you live together?
By then, we'd been together for a long time, so I thought if we were going to live together, we might as well just get married.
Oh, that was a huge mistake. Your sick grandma didn't have anything to do with this situation. This is all in your overly optimistic thinking.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, if you want, I could try to dig up more information for you. He seems to like me, though it's probably just as someone to take his bad moods out on.
You'd really do that? That would be a huge help. I've already decided to divorce him, but there are still so many things I want to know.
Honestly, I've been curious too. Like, why is he always drinking in the middle of the day?
Wait, during the day?
Yeah, he never comes at night. And that's why all of us thought he must be some super rich guy.
Now that you mention it, he's always home at night. But if he's going to a hostess club during the day, what about his job?
Don't worry, I'll find out everything. Just leave it to me.
Why are you still here? I told you to be gone when I get home.
Right.
Right? That's all you've got to say? Are you trying to mess with me? What the hell are you doing banging on the door like that? I'm exhausted and you're just trying to piss me off, aren't you?
I need to talk to you about something. Can you come out for a minute?
I've told you 1,000,000 times I got nothing to say to you. I'm tired from work.
Fine, then I won't say anything to you anymore.
Good, that's exactly what I want.
But just for today, there's something important I need to tell you. After that, I promise I won't bother you again.
Oh, you're so annoying. Just make dinner already.
Alright, I'll leave your food outside the door, so make sure to take it.
What the hell are you even talking about? What the? What's this? Divorce papers? What exactly are you trying to do here?
Sign them. There's no point in us living together anymore, is there? If you hate having someone else in the house so much, I think you're better off living alone.
Ah! There's no way I'm agreeing to a divorce. You think you could just waltz in here and suggest a divorce? Who do you think you are?
Who do I think I am? What does that even mean? Last I checked, marriage was supposed to be an equal partnership.
No, divorce is something the man decides on. That's how it's supposed to be. And let me make this clear, I'm not planning on divorcing you, so you can forget about me signing anything.
Oh, is that so? You're not planning on getting a divorce? Even though having someone else in the house irritates you so much?
That has nothing to do with this. Those are two completely different things. And besides, when I'm not tired from work, I'm nice to you, aren't I?
Nice to me. You're in a strangely good mood on rare occasions, but that's really it. Rare.
What? I bought you jelly, didn't I?
Jelly? And what's that supposed to mean? Do you think buying jelly is a key to a happy marriage or something?
Anyway, I'm telling you now, I absolutely refuse to accept this divorce.
Oh, I see. The reason you're so against the idea of divorce is that you wouldn't be able to survive on your own, isn't it? I mean, you're just a part-time worker making $600 a month.
What?
And lately, you haven't even been working, have you? Yet you still have the nerve to say, I'm tired from work.
Not working? Where are you getting this nonsense from? Who's feeding you these lies? Stop making things up.
I know the truth. I know you're not working. Instead, you've been wandering around doing whatever you want all day.
What are you talking about? You don't know what you're saying? You can't just accuse me of something like that without proof.
Oh, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Why don't you admit it? You quit your part-time job where you were barely scraping by with $600 a month and decided to make money through gambling instead.
Ugh.
When you win, you're in a great mood. But when you lose, it's the worst. And since you've been losing constantly, you've been in a foul mood all the time. Isn't that right?
How do you even know about the gambling?
Like I said, I see through you completely. I even know that you once hit it big at the horse races. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, wasn't it? And that's what gave you the brilliant idea to quit your job and live off gambling. You kept all of this a secret from me, of course.
Even that.
You even went to the races with your coworkers from your part-time job, bought a few random tickets without knowing a thing about horse racing, and ended up hitting the jackpot. That gave you the confidence to leave your job and start gambling full-time, didn't it?
It's my money. I don't need your permission to do what I want with it.
Sure, I guess you don't. But if we're going to live together, maybe you could have at least consulted me about your plans.
Shut up. I told you it's my decision to make.
Fine. You're right. It's your decision. And it's also your decision to lose all that money you won, rack up more debt on top of it, and end up in this mess. That's all on you. None of it has anything to do with me.
Are you mocking me? Is that what this is?
Not at all. I'm just stating the facts. I mean, like I said, it's your problem. And soon enough, we won't even be married anymore, so it really won't matter to me.
I told you I'm not agreeing to this divorce, and as long as I don't sign those papers, it won't go through.
That's fine. If that's how you want to play it, I'll just hire a lawyer and take you to court.
Court? Are you seriously threatening to sue me?
Why not? I think I have more than enough grounds for it. I've endured constant emotional distress. You've contributed nothing financially. And on top of that, you wasted our money on gambling and drinking. That sounds like a pretty solid case to me.
You're blowing things way out of proportion, and I've given you money, haven't I?
Money that you borrowed, right? The same borrowed money you've been using to go to hostess clubs?
I told you I plan to win big again and pay it all back. I'm the guy who won $80,000 at the races once. I'll do it again, just you wait.
Wow, you're hopeless, aren't you? Do you even hear yourself right now? You sound like a child.
What did you just say? Don't you dare talk to me like that. I swear I'll knock you out.
And there it is. Another statement you probably shouldn't make if this does go to court. Also, you're too much of a coward to even say these things to my face. You're still holed up in your room, aren't you? That's how you always handle things. Whenever I say something, you ignore me and then send me passive-aggressive messages later. It's pathetic.
You!
And the hostess clubs you go to? You only like them because the women there listen to whatever nonsense you spew and let you vent your frustrations at them. You treat people like they're your personal punching bags. Well, guess what? We're not.
You! Damn it! Wait a minute, did you just say we?
Huh?
I get it now. You've been working with Jade, haven't ya? I thought it was strange when she suddenly asked me to go out with her. You two have been in cahoots, haven't ya? She's been pumping me for information and passing it along to you.
What? No, that's not true. I have no connection to Jade.
If that were true, the first thing out of your mouth would have been, "Who's Jade?"
Ah.
You're all just messing with me, aren't ya? First Jade and now you. Well, I won't stand for it. I'm gonna deal with Jade first. She thinks she could treat a paying customer like this. I won't let her get away with it. Hey, Jade! You betrayed me, didn't you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You told my wife everything about me, didn't you? You invited me out to make me talk, right? You're the one who pushed me to spill everything. I'm paying you and you're supposed to be on my side. How dare you do this to me?
You're the one being ridiculous here.
What?
You're always taking your frustrations out on me. Just because you're a paying customer, you think you can treat me however you want? You think just because you're paying, I'm supposed to do whatever you say? You think that gives you the right to act however you want?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
There are girls who've quit working here because of the things you said to them. I don't know if it was because you lost gambling or something else, but hurting women just to vent your frustrations makes you less than trash. And I didn't just sit around while all this was happening. I tried to help my childhood friend who ended up marrying a cowardly, pathetic guy like you. And that's it. So what? Do you have a problem with that?
Well, I do have a problem with it. This is insane.
And tell me specifically what's insane about it.
Like, what's with your attitude?
My attitude? Well, I'm not working right now, so I don't have to pretend like I care about your endless complaints. I don't have to smile and act like I care when you're being rude and throwing insults at me. I'm not going to just laugh it off anymore. I'm done with that. It seems like you can't even say anything directly to Brooke. You lock yourself in a room and send all those passive-aggressive messages instead, don't you? You can't say a word face-to-face because deep down you're a coward. You only feel like you can say whatever you want to someone like me, who's just a servant to you because I'm getting paid. You know what? That's pathetic.
Coward?
Yeah, you're a coward. You can only act tough and say whatever you want to people you think are beneath you. You can't face someone on equal terms, can you? I'm right, aren't I? You don't have the guts to say anything directly to Brooke, and now you're here yelling at me. You act tough because you think that's how it works with me, but you can't do that with anyone on the same level as you. You're just a coward who hides behind your money.
That's not it. I'm not like that at all.
Everybody knows the truth. Everyone can see you're a cowardly, weak man who can't even take responsibility for his own actions. And now you're yelling at me because I tried to help someone who had the misfortune of being involved with you. This is how you react when someone tries to protect their friend? You lash out like this? Well, guess what? You don't intimidate me. Oh, and just so you know, you're banned from the club. You won't be allowed to come back. You're on the blacklist now, and I don't think you'll be able to get in anywhere else around here. You'll have to find some low-budget place if you want to go out, but I'm sure you'll find somewhere willing to take your money. They'll probably let you in somewhere like that. Don't even think about stepping foot in here again. We don't need people like you.
What the hell? Wait a second.
Oh, you want to talk about it more? You want to complain? Why don't you come to the club and tell me everything to my face? If you're brave enough to do that, of course. I'd love to see you try.
How long are you planning to stay holed up in this room? I've had enough of this place and I'm leaving. You should start looking for a new place to stay too.
Wait, are you really going to abandon me like this?
Huh? Abandon you? You've got it all wrong. I'm not abandoning you. I'm running away from you. Don't use that word with me. It makes no sense to even talk about abandonment when you're the one causing all this trouble.
Listen, I swear to you, I'm gonna change. I've had a real wake-up call. I know I've been awful. I've messed everything up, and I've been so frustrated that I've been taking it out on you, on Jade, and even on others who didn't deserve it.
Well, maybe you should reflect on it more. But I'm done. I can't keep living like this, and I definitely can't keep seeing your face every day.
Please, I'm really sorry. I swear, I've changed. Please, just stay with me as my wife. I promise I'll do the right thing from now on. I'll work hard, I'll pay off my debts, and I'll be the kind of man you deserve.
Why? Why do you even want to stay married to me? After everything?
Because I really do love you.
What? You're kidding, right?
I'm serious. I love you more than anything. The reason I came home every night wasn't just to avoid problems. It was because I wanted to see you. The nights I lashed out and got angry, I always regretted it afterward. I hated myself for it, but it was like I was stuck in this cycle of frustration. I couldn't stop it, and it just made everything worse.
You think that makes any sense? All you're telling me is that I'll just become the target again. No matter how much you say you regret it, it's not going to change anything.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right about that. I can't promise it won't happen again, but I swear I'll try. Please, just let me prove that I can change.
And so what's going to be different this time? You'll change for a while, but eventually you'll just go back to your old ways. That's how it's always been, hasn't it? You only ever really regret things when it's too late. And honestly, I'm tired of being caught in that cycle. I don't want to be your punching bag anymore.
I know I've messed up. I've hurt you, and I know I don't deserve another chance. But if you love me too, maybe you could give me one last chance. Just stay with me.
If you loved me, you'd respect my decision now. I've made up my mind. I'm not going to live like this anymore. And I don't want to live with someone who can't respect my choices.
You're right. I get it. I've been selfish, and I'm sorry. I've caused you so much pain, and I know it's not easy to forgive. But if there's any chance, please let me prove that I'm serious. Please stay with me.
I didn't think I'd hear you admit it so easily. Well, I'm leaving for now. I'll go back to my parents' house. You know what you need to do. Sign the divorce papers, take them to the city office, and get this over with.
But if you ever feel like it, you can come back. As long as I can still pay the rent, I'll be here waiting, hoping that one day you'll come back to me.
I'm sorry, but that's just not going to happen. If you tell me to come back, it'll make me uncomfortable. I don't want to hear that. Honestly, it just feels wrong. It's better if we both move on from this. I returned to my parents' house, and I never went back to the house I had been living in with Gabe. That was a decision I made very clearly, and the more time passed, the more certain I became that I had done the right thing. Gabe seemed to be waiting for me, hoping that I would come back as long as he could still afford the rent. But even though he tried to maintain that kind of hope, there was no turning back for me. The truth was, after the divorce proceedings, I never had a single opportunity to meet with him again. Not once. He always seemed to want me back, desperately, and even though I hadn't asked for it, he started transferring money into my account as if it was alimony. In fact, I was surprised when he did this because, in a way, it felt like he was trying to fulfill a responsibility he thought was expected of him. However, according to Jade, Gabe had recently been banned from a hostess club in the neighboring town, which made me realize something. No matter how much he tried to portray himself as someone who was regretting his actions and wanted to change, his fundamental personality hadn't changed. It was still the same Gabe, wrapped in the same behaviors. I couldn't help but think that the changes he claimed he was undergoing were just superficial efforts to keep up appearances. From what I gathered, Gabe had some remorse for what had happened, but it wasn't enough to make a significant impact. It wasn't the kind of change I could count on, and even though part of me wished for him to genuinely change, I also knew that it would take much more than a few attempts to transfer money or say the right things. If I wanted him to improve, not just for me, but for himself as well, but in the end, I wasn't sure if he would ever have the courage to make real changes. On the other hand, Jade, my dependable childhood friend, was still working at the Hostess Club. Despite everything going on in her life, she remained strong, continuing her work and helping me in so many ways. I couldn't count how many times I'd leaned on her for advice or support, whether it was about Gabe, about family matters, or about my life in general. Jade was the kind of friend who always knew how to help in times of need, and I truly felt that I could rely on her for everything. Thinking about it now, I realized that Jade's loyalty and strength have meant the world to me, especially when I was going through the roughest parts of my life. And though it's not always easy to express gratitude, I constantly thought about how I could thank her for all the support she had given me. She never once judged me, and her kindness and unwavering support were the reasons I was able to stand strong. I considered giving her a gift, something simple but meaningful. A set of jelly jars, maybe. It might seem trivial, but I knew that Jade would appreciate the gesture. It wasn't about the value of the gift. It was more about showing her that I recognized her kindness. I always felt that I owed her something, but it was hard to find a way to truly repay her for everything she had done for me. Perhaps the jelly jars wouldn't be much, but it would be a small token of my appreciation for all she had done in my life. After I left Gabe in my old home, I decided to live alone once again. I had moved back to my parents' house initially, but it was never meant to be a permanent arrangement. I was just taking a break, figuring things out and deciding on the next steps. Living alone felt like a necessary change. It was something I needed, a chance to rediscover myself and take control of my own life without anyone else's interference. At the moment, I don't have any plans to get married, and I'm not in a relationship either. I'm not in any rush to jump into another relationship, especially after everything I've gone through. In fact, I'm focused on rebuilding my life and getting to a place where I can be happy on my own. I know that when the time comes for me to marry again, I will make sure that it happens on my terms. No more rushing into decisions or hoping that things will work out just because I want them to. Next time, I will make sure to live together with my partner before taking such a big step, so we can truly understand each other in every way. I've learned so much from my past experiences, particularly from my time with Gabe. There were moments when everything seemed perfect, when I thought maybe this was the one, the relationship that would work out. But looking back, I see now that there were so many signs I ignored, things I chose not to confront. If I had been more honest with myself from the beginning, I might have realized earlier that Gabe and I just weren't meant to be. Our relationship was filled with contradictions. On one hand, there were times when I felt comfortable, even fulfilling, but those moments were always overshadowed by the bigger issues we never dealt with. Gabe, in particular, was someone who didn't want to confront the hard truths. He preferred to sweep things under the rug, hoping they would fix themselves, but life doesn't work that way, and eventually the problems piled up until they couldn't be ignored. The most difficult part of it all was realizing how much I ignored in order to keep the peace. I tried so hard to make the relationship work, and in doing so I compromised parts of myself that I shouldn't have. Gabe, on the other hand, kept thinking that he could keep going without addressing the real issues. And as much as I wanted to believe in him, I knew deep down that he wasn't going to change unless he wanted to. And that change was something he wasn't ready for. When I left him and moved out, it was clear that Gabe didn't know how to handle the situation. His actions felt like desperate attempts to fix something that couldn't be fixed. He transferred money to me thinking it would somehow make up for everything that had gone wrong, but the truth was it didn't feel like an act of genuine responsibility. It felt like an obligation he was trying to fulfill just to ease his own conscience. As for Jade, I can't even begin to describe how much she has meant to me during all of this. She's been there for me in ways that no one else could be. She's been my rock, my guide, and my constant support system. Even when things seemed impossible, Jade was always there, offering her advice and her friendship without asking for anything in return. There's a bond between us that goes beyond words, and I know I'll always be grateful for her presence in my life. She's faced her own struggles, her own challenges, but through it all she's remained strong. It's one of the reasons I admire her so much. She never lets things get the best of her, and even when she's faced with difficulty, she knows how to keep moving forward. I think that's one of the things I've learned from her, the ability to keep going no matter how tough things get. Now that I'm living alone again, I've had the chance to reflect on everything that's happened. It's been a time of self-discovery, of learning to live for myself and not for anyone else. The lessons I've learned have been invaluable, and though I still have a long way to go, I feel stronger now than I ever have before. When I think about the future, I don't feel scared anymore. For the first time in a long time, I'm not afraid to be on my own. I'm comfortable with who I am, and I'm learning to trust myself. I know that one day when I'm ready, I'll find the right person, but I'm not in a rush. There's so much more to life than being in a relationship, and I'm determined to enjoy every moment of this journey. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.